find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, honey. If you haven't done so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And also, if you'd like to go a step further, tap the notification bell, honey. That way that ass will be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new, honey, okay? Yes, girl. And welcome to my first ever tarot card reading. Well, I've done readings for people, before, but this is my first time putting it on the channel. I'm still learning, so you gotta bear with me. Still learning. My bad. I don't know what the fuck that was. What's up, Arts and Crafts? How you doing? Yes, honey. So we're doing free readings. Hey, Brianna, how you doing? So I'm still learning. I'm going to say that a lot throughout this process. I'm still learning. So I wanted to get some practice in, so that's why I decided to do this. I did a poll on my community wall on my YouTube page, and there was an overwhelming, support for the tea. So I said, let me just go ahead and do it. So I know there's only a few people in here, but I'm going to put this in the chat anyway. How this is going to go is, if you would like a reading, please feel free to hit the link. You don't have to show yourself if you don't want to. But I feel like it would just be easier if I can see, who I'm, dealing with versus someone just putting it in the chat. It'll be a basic reading. I'm going to do past, present, future. And then we'll do, so altogether it'll be 9 cards. The other 6 will be the nuances of the past, present, and future. So the first 3 cards will be the major moments of your past, present, and future. And then the remaining 6 will be those things that happen in between. Amen. I am using these tarot cards that come with the Mythic Tarot. They're based on the Greek gods and goddesses. Pretty effective. Okay, I tried to. Okay, Jeff, I tried to zazz it up real quick, honey. Okay, higher and gang king, bitch. Higher and gang king. Okay, yes, God. Okay, thank you, L'exquisite. Thank you so much. Welcome, Marty. How you doing? Yes, honey. To come in the room, honey. Come on in the room. I'm excited, but I am nervous. I actually just finished doing a reading with my homegirl earlier, and it was on point. Everything was on point. Every reading that I've given a person, it's been on point. So again, as people come in the room, I'm going to let you know I'm new to this. I've had the cards for several years. I dabbled in it back then, here and there, but I recently just wanted to start getting back into it. It takes many years to master these. You know what I mean? So I will be more than likely having to read from the book. So I've been, reading descriptions and stuff like that. Well, hopefully y'all can see that. So sometimes you can read based off what you see in a card. You'll be able to tell what it's trying to represent. But it also has to do with the placement and the positioning of the card. So it's a lot. How do we do this virtually? Well, I'm sharing the link in the chat. So I would prefer people to, come on the line. And if there are multiple people that are coming up, I'm just going to bring up, you can sit backstage, but I'm just going to bring up the person who I'm going to be dealing with. And then when I'm done with that person, I'll bring the other person on. That's how I would like to do it. You don't have to show your face, but I would at least prefer you, it's about energy. You know what I'm saying? And everyone think of your question. Don't try to be too specific, because the cards speak of a general nature sometimes. The cards don't really get too specific. And also, don't be mad if you feel as if your answer has not been answered. I mean, your question has not been answered. Because sometimes the cards will give you the solution to a problem you're going to have. Amen? Child, beware, honey. The cards reveal those hidden truths, honey. Okay? Yes. There was also a large number of people that didn't want me to do this. I was like, oh, okay. That's the most anybody's ever engaged in my YouTube community wall. They say the naysayers will come out in multitudes, but the yeses prevailed. Amen. Yes. Any takers? What's the tea? What's the tea? Why what? What if I don't have a question, just want you to read whatever happens? That's fine too. That's fine. And these are questions. If you do have a question, you meditate on them. You don't have to tell me what it is. You can just keep it to yourself, but just make sure that you're meditating on what it is. You have to be able to send the energy, honey. Send the energy. Amen. A lot of things are about intention, especially when we walk into the supernatural world. A lot of things, even spells and curses and all witchcraft, wizardry, all sorcery, voodoo, all of that shit. A lot of that stuff, a lot of spells don't work because you don't have the right intention to activate that spell. You know what I'm talking about? And when we talk about the cards that are more of a less, they are considered supernatural in a way, but they're more intuitive, if anything. They pick off vibrations and energy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really look at this. I know a lot of people think about it. It's taboo. It's the devil. It's Satanism and all that shit. No, it's not, baby. No, it's not. Didn't they want you to do this? Oh, yeah, that's why we're doing it. That's exactly why we're doing it. 72% said yes, and there was like 22 or 23% that said hell no. So, shit. All right, we have our first person coming up here. I'm waiting on your device to connect. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
Hey, Robbie!
What's going on?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited you're doing this.
Yes. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome. And you look lovely in there. I love that headscarf. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Want to do something to, the moment. I ain't want to do too much because, I was in my whole like, bitch, I'm finna go put a genie hat on these girls and have fucking candles around this bitch and hiring and ping the girls real quick.
Yes.
You know what? I don't want to make it sound like I'm playing on, people's, stuff, child. Because like we say, everything's about intention.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any questions. I just want you to do what you do, and whatever it comes, this comes.
Okay. Most definitely. Now, again, I'm saying I'm new to this, so bear with me, okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Right. Start and cut the deck. So like I said before, we're just going to do past, present, and future. Altogether, there will be 9 cards. The very first 3 cards will be the major points in the past, present, and the future. And the
Mhm.
other 6 cards will be the nuances that take place within those moments, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. And so as we'll do it so you can see the card, I'll just put it up. So the
Okay.
first card in your past, which is again a major moment, is the Queen of Pentacles.
Mm.
Um, the Queen of Pentacles represents a becoming of sorts.
Mm.
Hold on. I'm going to read from the book because I want to be sure. Okay. So bear with
It's
me.
okay. Really? Work out.
Yes, honey. Miss Pentacles, honey. Miss Queen, the Queen. I love a queen. Hello.
Mhm.
Let's see. Ooh. All right. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Let me just adjust my camera. This bitch just fell out again. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right. So when a Queen of Pentacles appears in the spread, it is time for the individual to learn about the full expression of his or her sensuality, the value of the body, and the importance of those pleasures that preserve and enrich life. The individual may also be called upon to learn to sustain and preserve natural resources, holding conditions stable and secure, and husbanding money and energy. The Queen of Pentacles may enter one's life as a strong, sensual woman, self sufficient and hardworking, yet generous and willing to indulge herself and others if it suits her purposes. But if such a woman enters one's life, it suggests that these qualities are trying to emerge from within oneself. Okay. So maybe in the past, child, you had to learn more about self and
Yes.
pleasure, the enrichment of life.
That's my hardest part is working on myself. I'm always worrying about other people, doing for other people, but I never do for myself initially. So,
Hmm.
and I'm a Virgo, so like it's just our nature is just to care for others instead of yourself.
You gotta learn, honey. You gotta put yourself
Yes,
first before you can help anyone else.
yes, I'm trying.
So that seems like that's a major part of the past. So
Mhm.
because it's in the past position, that may be something that's about to leave, and you're about to transition into being a whole new person
I
when
hope
dealing
so.
with that situation. Now, the nuance of the past, you got the Four of Swords. Um, a time of contemplation is what I'm sensing. Let me see. I just want to be sure. I'll show you a card. Got can you see that good? I don't know. The Four of Swords. Let's get into it, honey. All right, so the Four of Swords warns of a time of quiet, recuperation, and introversion. So maybe in something in the past or even right now that's coming to a head, um, you've been like on your loner shit.
Hmm.
It says you needed to take this time in order to build up the strength and preparation for further efforts.
Yeah, yeah.
It says if this card appears in a spread, it's perhaps wise to accept solitude or withdrawal and not seek to fulfill the time with activities. For some stillness is needed to marshal one's thoughts and order one's life. So it seems like you may be coming out of something like that. I don't know.
Um, uh, see, it's a A good thing and a bad thing, because sometimes being alone, like you get into your thoughts too much, and
Mm,
sometimes it can be depressing sometimes.
yeah.
But then it's also a good side, because sometimes you may need to be alone to, just focus on what you need to focus on within yourself. So
Hmm.
it's just like up and down.
I hear you. I hear you. But again, it's in the past position. So some transformation, something's going to happen out of that. So
Right,
be
right.
on the lookout, honey. Moving on to the last nuance of the past, I'm here the Four of Wands. Um, hmm, I don't know really what to make of that, so I'm going to read it. Okay. The Four of Wands.
Mhm.
I'm getting, I don't know, glory, boastfulness, something. Let's see what is given, honey, in the passage. I can't wait to finally get this shit so I don't have to do this.
Mhm.
Four of Wands. Ooh. All right. The Four of Wands talks about a time of reward for efforts made. A creative idea has yielded early fruit, and the individual has every right to celebrate the concrete results of his or her efforts. But this is only a stage on the journey, and soon the ship must set sail and face the hardest challenges before the final goal is reached. So maybe you've been working on something or trying to do something, and it will bear some fruit.
Mhm.
Mhm. Proud achievement of something, but it's in the past position. So maybe it's something you've already done, you're about to do and complete.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta think about that one.
Okay. Mm. We good to move on to the future?
Yes.
All right. So the first card in the future lineup is the Five of Cups. Ooh, I'm sensing a. I don't know what to really make of that. Here you go. I'll just show you what the card looks like. The Five of Cups. I'm getting disorientation, confusion. Let's see, honey. Let me make sure. Because I'll sit here and I'll try to interpret what the description is on the card, because that's what they say to do. That reading the cards comes with the graphics that they put in the card. But it's just like, girl, I read it for a girl earlier, and it was a bitch tied up to a rock being hovered over by Aphrodite, honey, with an angel stabbing the bitch in the back with a sea monster under her feet. And I thought, like, girl, this girl's in trouble. And then
Yeah.
it meant something totally different. Like, oh, girl, you're going to find a relationship. And I'm like, how the hell does that add up?
Crazy.
Jesus. All right. So it says the Five of Cups implies regret over past actions. Something has gone wrong. A betrayal has occurred, and there is sadness and remorse. Separation in relationship can occur, but this card does not warn of a final ending. Something
Hmm.
remains which can be worked on, and it is up to the individual to take up the challenge and make the commitment to the future.
Mm.
And that's something that's happening presently.
Yes.
Mm.
Hmm.
The cards. And then what's crazy about that is the next card in the nuance is the Lover's card, which
Hmm.
is considered a major arcana card, which represents actual big moments in life,
Hmm.
big stages in the journey. So, girl, let's see what she's talking about with the Lovers, honey.
Oh man.
Child. Okay, the Lovers. Oh, that's a long description, child. On a divine level, the card of the Lovers, when it appears in the spread, talks about the necessity of a choice of some kind, usually in love. The fool, having learned about his own duality, must now put his values to test. Sometimes this means a love triangle.
Hmm.
Girl, I think you ain't out here,
Yeah.
you know, what did Jada go
Oh.
through, child? Uh-uh,
Oh.
child. What did she call it?
Entanglements.
Entanglement, child. Okay.
Yes, girl. Entanglements.
Child. Sometimes this also can mean a marriage or a choice between love and a career or some creative activity. This card also implies the necessity of looking carefully at the implications of one's choices rather than being driven blindly, thereby inaugurating, like Paris, a great conflagration. Conflagration. I don't know what the hell they be talking about. Conflagration. I've never heard that word before. Child, does that mean something to you?
Yes. I'm in sort of an entanglement, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
It's complicated.
Well, this other card right here may give you an answer because the last nuance in this present situation is the Tower card, which is another major arcana card, and this represents the destruction of a situation.
Okay.
The old ways are gone out the window.
Mm-hmm.
That old building is coming down for something new to be resurrected. But I'll read you the description just so that we're all, good in the hood. But I actually know that because I pull that card a lot for people. Ooh, the Tower, honey. Because you saw that description. The lightning was striking that tower and taking it down.
Bring it on down.
Where you at, girl? Come on. Oh, here we go. Another long description. On a divine level, the card of the Tower appearing in a spread talks about a time of breaking down existing forms. This card, like the cards of death and the devil, depends on a great deal upon the attitude of the individual in terms of how difficult or painful it is to deal with. Obviously, it is more creative to ask oneself where one is constricted or bound by a false persona or image, because a willing effort to break through this pretense can spare a great deal of anguish. But it seems that the Tower will fall anyway, whether or not we are willing, not because some malicious external fate decrees it, but because something within the individual has reached the boiling point and can no longer live within such confines.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That was deep, child.
Yes, I agree.
I want to fix my life. Child, we're supposed to be reading the cards.
You got me over here sweating, YB.
Child, look, I'm telling you, the cards will reveal hidden truths. This ain't no magic trick. This ain't no experience on my part at all. Like I be trying to tell people, every person I have read for, no lie, something out of something, it just relates. Even when I pulled them for myself, I'd be like, girl, what the fuck?
Right.
It's
they
shocking.
say the cards never lies.
Child, they don't. For those of you coming in the building, thank y'all so much. Hey Herman, how you doing? But what's up, Kat? All right, so we're moving on to the future. The first card for the future is represented by the Three of Swords. Child, that looks weird as hell. Let's see what she's
Is that somebody laying down in a coffin or something?
Laying down in a tub of water with a man and woman hovering over him, stabbing him in the chest, honey.
Oh, wow.
A hot mess. We'll see what it means, though. We'll see what it means. The Three of Swords. I don't encounter that one a lot. All right, on a divine level, the Three of Swords warns of a time of strife, conflict, or separation. This painful state is in some way necessary, and there is a realization that blindness and self-delusion cannot go on. This is like the breaking of an abscess, so that the body can begin to heal. So whatever you're going through, child, whatever the situation is, that's gonna go, child.
Yeah, hopefully.
And it's crazy because the secondary card for the nuance of the future is the Chariot, which represents a confused mind trying to find something. I'm gonna read the description anyway. You have a lot of major arcana cards in your spread, child. That means these are major defining moments in the journey.
Right.
On a divine level, the card, the Chariot, appearing in a spread, warns of conflict and struggle, which can result in a stronger personality. One may come face to face not only with aggression in others, but with one's own competitive and aggressive drives. Girl, you better not let them. You better whoop their ass. Hello. This conflict cannot be avoided, but needs to be faced with strength and containment. Thus, the
Mhm.
fool comes to harmony through learning to handle his or her own contradictions and passes from the world of adolescence to the next stage of his journey.
Yes.
Girl. And moving on to the last nuance, which I can't even call this a nuance because it's another major arcana card, which is the world card. A beautiful card. Kind of reminds me of Little Nas X's art cover for his
Yes,
album.
I've seen that too. You seen
Hmm.
the one on the book with him being pregnant?
Child, tune into the Yes God Roundtable tomorrow, child. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
We're gonna talk trust. I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts. I'm like, girl, child, love my little brother, but goddamn, what are you, honey? The world, honey. Oh, here we are, the world. All right. So, on a divine level, the card of the world, when it appears in a spread, warns of a time of achievement and integration. This is a period of triumph at the successful conclusion of a matter or the reaching of a goal, which has been worked hard for. But this peak is merely a glimpse of something mysterious and elusive, and the dancing Hermaphrodites becomes the Theotis who eventually emerges from the cave as the fool. Thus, the great cycle of the major arcana ends where it begins. For we might start with, as being unborn, potential of the personality which ultimately leads to the birth of the fool, and so the circle, like the world snake, is complete. So basically, all that you've gone through, all these things that represent in the cards, it'll all come together as it's supposed to, creating a new version of yourself, is what I'm gathering.
Mhm. That's
Girl,
good.
that's the reading, girl. What do you
Thank you
think?
so much. Everything was on point. You was on point. Everything was facts, 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 facts.
Child? Good. I'm happy I was able to give perspective, and I appreciate you trusting me and giving me an opportunity to, you know, test my stuff out on people.
Yes, thank you so much. Keep it up too.
You're very
Don't
welcome.
don't
Thank
don't let
you.
this one go by.
Oh, I won't. I'm gonna keep it up. I like it. I feel like it can do some things. I like to think
Right.
outside the box because we're always asking other people, or I love prayer. The prayer does work, but sometimes it
Mhm.
may not come when you want it. Okay,
Right.
sometimes you need an answer now, and
Right.
this is another form of divine intervention.
Yeah. So I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna send something through to your cash app. I love you, YB,
Thank you
and I'm
so
gonna
much, babe.
continue watching you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Enjoy your night. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Yes, God. Yes, God, honey. You see it firsthand. The power of the cards is undeniable. The power of the cards is undeniable, honey. Hello, God. Mm-hmm. Yes, God. We appreciate it. Oh, that's probably why my stuff was buzzing. Because we received coins. Thank you so much, Lexi. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the cash app, boo. I really appreciate it. Aw, thank you so much. Yes, honey. What's up, Quan the Poet? How you doing? Yes, you are absolutely right. And we have to understand the cards are some of the oldest tools using in mysticism. And not even just in mysticism, cultures relied on them to let them know, like, girl, What's the tea? Is war coming? Is a famine coming? Are we going to be okay? So, girl, these are one of the oldest tools in the shed. Amen. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the cash apps, y'all. Thank you so much. Yes, God. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yes. Yes, honey. Anybody else, child? You want to come up? Get a reading, honey. Here's the link. Mm-hmm. Yes. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let the kids know we're out here. We are out here, honey. Yes, God. Yes. Make sure y'all tuning in tomorrow night for the Yes God Roundtable. We have a hell of a show for y'all tomorrow, girl. Let me tell you. Ooh, girl. We have a lot of things to talk about. A lot of things. Yes. Yes. Anybody else? Don't be afraid, child. The cards have the answers. Yes, God. And plus, I feel like too, like it's okay to want to try something different. Because even some people I've read for is like, oh, I don't know, I don't want those spirits. And it's just like, girl, it's not about the spirits, it's about the energy that you're serving. You know? Let me tell you, I don't want to get into all my personal business, but this revealed a lot to me. Last year, I was in a situation, okay? And when I tell you, honey, something said address the cards, I addressed the cards, and girl, let me tell you, honey. Let me tell you, the cards never lie. They never lie. Call me now for your free reading. We have someone else here. Hello, Stacy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. How's everything?
Everything's good. Can you hear me? I just want
I
to
can
make.
hear you perfectly.
And I just wanted to let you know that I'm always watching your YouTube. I know I never really comment, but I
Mm-hmm.
love your. I'm not gay. I'm like a cisgender woman.
Okay,
I don't know if I'm saying that right or not,
that's
but
right.
I love
That's
watching.
right.
But I love watching your shows. I love different perspectives and all that. So I just wanted to let you know that as well.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. We need more free thinkers, independent thinkers
Yeah.
out in the world, people that can bring a different perspective to all the bullshit going on in the world. Hello.
Yeah, and I definitely have learned a lot from you, and
Oh,
different because you talk about trans women, and then how a lot of LGBT. I'm sorry, I can't say the whole thing, but
LGBT.
there you go. And different perspectives. So I just learned a lot, and I like learning different, from different things from different people. Because
You'll never know anyone truly unless you learn from what they've experienced, what they've walked on in their journey, you know?
yeah, definitely. So. But I like
Did
your
you-
look and everything.
oh,
Very
thank you.
Miss Cleo-esque.
I was going for the head. I needed something to bring in the moment, you know?
Well, it's giving the vibes. It's giving the vibes. All right.
Thank you. I was going to go the whole way, honey, and do the whole candles and the whole, I was going to get on Amazon and go get a sickening gypsy gown.
Oh,
Okay.
you know
But I
what?
said, you know what? Let me not disrespect people's culture and society. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah. Did you want a reading?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Let's get into it. Have you meditated on a thought or question, or this is just a general reading for you?
Just general.
Okay. So as before, past, present, and future, the 9 cards altogether. The first 3 will be the major moments of the past, present, and future, and the other 6 will be the nuances, the underlying things that are taking place in those times. Okay? And again, I'm new to this. I'm not a master at all. So if I don't get the description, I'll read it from the book. Okay?
Oh, no problem.
Okay. All right. Let me shuffle these girls up. See what we got, honey. Mm. Cut the deck. Oh, girl. All right. All right. So, for the very first card that represents the major moment in the past, you got the Ten of Cups. Let's see that.
Mm-hmm.
Ten of Cups, I believe, represents some type of celebration, marriage, something. But I'll read it from the book just to be sure, okay?
Okay.
The Ten of Cups. Okay, I was wrong. On a divine level, the Ten of Cups talks about an ongoing contentment and permanence in the realm of the heart. So maybe in the past you found love or you found something that moves your heart.
Mm.
Mm,
I would say I was very guarded.
mm.
Yeah. So I guess shield my heart. You know, when you're younger, you deal with so many not so good men that you kind of shield yourself. So I think that's
Mm.
what.
So maybe it's talking about you in the past just realizing all of that,
Yeah,
and the contentment of the heart goes to loving yourself.
yeah, I could see that.
You know? Hmm. All right, girl. The cards don't lie.
Oh, right.
thank, thank you, Arts and Crafts. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate it. All right. So moving on to the nuance of the past, the secondary one is the Page of Cups. I'm not really sure what the hell that means, but I'm going to read it. Okay. The Page of Cups. All these cups. Okay. When the Page of Cups appears in a spread, the birth of something new on the feeling level is suggested. This might be a new relationship, a new quality of feeling within a relationship, even the birth of a child. Often, the Page of Cups talks about a renewal of the capacity to love, beginning with love of self after a time of hurt and withdrawal. Girl, no, they didn't.
I know.
No, they didn't, girl. The
Ooh,
delicate quality must be nurtured or it can rapidly vanish. So, girl, number one ties into number two.
it really does.
Talk about the journey. Mm.
Ooh,
Cool if I move on to the next one. You got the understanding of that one?
I got.
Okay. You're breaking up a little bit, boo.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Now I can. You're good. It was just cutting in and out briefly. All right. So the next card is the King of Pentacles, another nuance of the past.
Okay.
Let me see. I think I just had that one, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Let me see. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. When the King of Pentacles appears in a spread, it is time for the individual to take up the challenge of worldly things. But inner movements often need a catalyst. And therefore, the King of Pentacles may enter one's life as an earthly, strong, successful individual, one who has the Midas touch, who has the gift of manifesting creative ideas in the world. But such an individual is a catalyst for one's own developing material self confidence. Does that mean anything to you?
I guess what I'm getting with that is sort of, you said that this is a card from nuance for the past,
The
correct?
past, yes.
I, from what I gather, is that in the past I didn't have a lot of confidence within myself,
Mm,
and I didn't have any. Looking back now, then I didn't really see it, but looking back as I'm older now, that I didn't have any confidence in the past, and that it sort of just uh, stopped me from reaching further. It,
mm,
I didn't really manifest and do any of that because I didn't want to. It was sort of like the opposite. If I really wanted something, I didn't think I would get it, so I wouldn't even like try, if that makes sense.
mm. Okay,
So that's where I'm getting from that.
okay. Well, it's the past, so something emergence comes from it. You know, all the things that we've
Yeah,
gone through prepare us for what we're about to meet, you
definitely.
know, in the present and so on and so forth. So, you know, and the fact that you're able to identify these
Mm,
things means
yeah,
a lot as well for the journey.
hindsight is 2020. So
You better know it. All right, we ready to move on to the future? I mean, the present. I'm sorry, the present. What's going on now?
yes.
Okay, so the first card that represents the major portion of the present is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is a major arcana card, which represents a major moment in the journey of the
Mhm.
present.
Mm.
Um, this talks about a sacrifice, but I will read it to be sure. But I believe that's what it represents majorly is sacrifice. But we'll see in full. Okay, the Hanged Man. On a divine level, Prometheus, the hanged man, warns of the time to need a voluntary sacrifice for the purpose of acquiring something of greater value. This
Mm.
might be the sacrifice of an external thing which has previously provided security in the hope that some potential can be given room to develop. Or it can be the sacrifice of a cherished attitude, such as intellectual superiority or unforgiving hatred, or a stubborn pursuit of some unobtainable fantasy. Thus, the fool responds to the challenge of the turning of the wheel with a willingness to put his trust in the unseen workings of the unconscious and waits, often with fear and anxiety, in the hope of a new and better life.
Mm, that resonated
Mm,
because I won't go too deep into it, but um, I am doing something that I don't want to do currently,
mm,
but it is a sacrifice. But I know at the end, I I'm gonna go like 5 steps forward, if that makes.
mm. I
So
understand.
that was like, because I didn't really want to do this, but I
Mm,
feel like in the long run it would help me instead of me maybe being a little bit uncomfortable right now, but what year or two from now it would be better for me because I did that. If that makes sense.
they say in order to lay the foundation, sometimes you have to do the uncomfortable thing to lay the groundwork for the comfortable thing.
It is, and it's sort of like with the uncomfortable, it just always looks so bad.
Mm,
I think that's why no one wants to do something uncomfortable at first, even if it's not terrible, but or
Right.
it's not like ruining your life per se, but it just makes it uncomfortable for the time being.
Mm.
Sometimes it's harder to overtake that. You feel like you're going to be in this place forever when it's
Mm.
forever.
I totally understand that. I get that.
Yeah, so it's but I'm in that current situation right now.
Okay.
You're
So
reading me tonight. Damn.
I'm trying to tell people the cards. I said to myself, if doing in person, I wonder what it would produce doing it virtually. And I wanted to see if it would get the same result. And so far, it has.
Mhm.
It has.
And I and sorry, but I also think with doing tarot or some spiritual, I think you have to have a pure heart too. That's number one because there's a
Yes.
lot of people out there that just do it just for the money or just because people will like tarot readers or psychics or whatever. They'll try to take advantage of that.
50 cents a minute,
Yeah.
$20. And then it's funny because me and Kat were talking about this the other night. And I
Mm.
was like, child, you'll go to a reading and then they'll give you some good shit. And then like they'll be like, oh, I lost the spirit, but for $20 more, you
Yeah.
know, I can get you the answer. Like, bitch, no.
Yes, and you know what? I actually went to a psychic a few years ago, and she was everything was good, but then she's like, "Oh, you have this this dark shield over you, and for $100, I can like remove it." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Scamiana.
Really? But
I
yeah,
see
yeah. Oh,
I
go ahead.
see you, Jeff. Let me get finished with Miss Stacy and then I got you, boo, okay?
Sorry, I think I'm talking.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. That's what this is about. Amen. So the next stage, the next nuance of the present is the Ace of Swords. I'm just going to show you that card.
Mm.
Let's see what she represents. I barely pulled that one too. Here we are. On a divine level, the Ace of Swords implies that out of conflict, some new creative viewpoint will emerge. The mental powers are awakening, and this means change in one's life. The old order is threatened, and conflicts are bound to arise. Ultimately, a resolution will be possible, but there is an inevitability of collision and struggle before such peace is in sight.
Mm.
It kind of goes in tandem with the major card.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
It's chaotic. Well, it's not chaotic, but it's different, but at the end it should be peaceful. I think that.
right. It all works out. See, before the settling, the peace,
Mm-hmm.
the sense of accomplishment can take over, you're gonna go through those battles,
Yeah.
child. You're gonna go through the war real quick, and it's gonna be worth it because at the end you're then like sipping Mai Tais on the beach, honey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Need to go I need to sip some like right.
Okay. Yes, God.
Lord.
So we'll move on to the third nuance, the third and last nuance of the present. Same card from my other reading, which is the Three of Swords. So let's see what she represents again. Even though I just had her, I don't remember her. Just like Mariah says to Jennifer, I don't know her.
It's funny every time too.
Yes, it is. It never gets old, honey.
It really doesn't.
Okay, on a divine level, the Three of Swords warns of a period of strife, conflict, or separation. This painful state is in no way is in some way necessary. And there is a realization that blindness and self-delusion cannot go on. This is like the breaking of an abscess so that the body can begin to heal. So maybe there's a thought process that you have in the current situation that may not be the right way to think of something.
It is. It very much is.
Mm.
It's at first when I made this decision, I was thinking about it negatively. I didn't see the positive in it, and now because I've realized that the way you are what you think. You have to sort of like fix your mind to see things a different way. Because short story, but I'm a natural pessimist, so it's hard for me to like go to the positive in certain situations or in situations in general. So
what's your sign?
Aquarius.
See, I'm a Capricorn, and I think everyone's like, bitch, you always go for the doom and gloom first. I'd be like, girl, I would rather expect the worst and then hope for the best. Because
that's true. But also, I find if you do that, it's sort of like, well, you're sort of bringing the worst to you.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but when I was younger, it was a lot worse. But now I'm picking up things in a more of a positive perspective. So with what you're saying with that that card, I was thinking negatively about it, but now I'm thinking of the plus and that this situation is only temporary, and it'll reap a big reward later on.
Amen.
So, yeah, definitely.
You sure will. Okay. You ready to move on to the future?
I am.
The future awaits. Okay. Now, for the very first card, you have the Star, which is another major arcana card, which represents the most, serious of moments along the journey. The biggest ones that represent the most. So let's see what that means. I'm guessing it's wonder, faith. Through faith and wonder come possibilities, but let's read it to be sure. Okay. Ooh, that's a long one. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, I'm about to say, ooh, girl. I might have to sum that up. On a divine level, the card of the Star, when it appears in a spread, portends the experience of hope, meaning, and faith in the midst of difficulties. Hallelujah. Although the Star, too, can be ambivalent and can warn against blind hope without the necessary action to build upon it, the card of the Star is a warning of promise, an altogether welcome experience for the fool who has passed through the collapse of everything which he believed to be of value in his life. So basically, through it all, honey, through all of what you're going through, all the negative thoughts, all of the trials, the tribulations, the struggle, the strife, whatever you're doing, it's going to come to pass in a positive way.
I'll make it through. That's what it sounds like. I'll make it
This
through.
is what it sounds like when doves cry. Yeah, shout out to Prince. Okay.
Ooh, with this reading, I have to pull out my wine.
Okay. Wine and dine, honey.
Ooh.
On the future. All right, so moving on to the nuance of the future, we have the Five of Pentacles. I don't know if you can see that good.
Yes.
It's a man walking, child in a cloak. We'll see. It seems a little mysterious to me. The Five of Pentacles. Let's see. Come on. Oh, there we are. All right. On a divine level, the Five of Pentacles warns of a period of financial difficulty or loss. This may be accompanied by a loss of faith in oneself, and it is important to try to respond to the challenge, not only by letting go if necessary and preparing to begin again, but also by considering where one's own nature might have led to or exacerbated the problem. A reorientation is now possible, not only on a financial level, but also on an inner one. Mm.
Mm.
I don't really know how I feel about that because I just feel like the major point of it all, well, maybe that's the nuance to get there.
It sounds like you've dealt with, because for me, I've dealt with financial difficulty in the past, and
Mm-hmm.
I am in a better financial situation, but I
Mm-hmm.
but but I also, oh, sorry, there's this cat and he's trying to drink my wine. So I have
Oh,
to,
girl.
no, it's not a
The
random.
drunken puss.
Sorry, it was just all up in my wine. I just had to. Sorry about that. But
It's all good.
it sounds like to me, it's sort of like if you're in a financial situation currently, that you just have to sort of let go and it'll
Mm.
take care of itself. That's what it sounds like.
Mm. It could be,
Not
but
take care.
it is in the future position. So if for some reason you find yourself, going through that, just try to remember that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it does seem like those are nuances under the major. So the major to me is the final outcome. So maybe there will be some sense of struggle and strife, but you will get through that.
Yes.
Amen. Okay, so we're going to move on to the last card, which is the last nuance of the future situations. And it is the Five of Cups. I had this for the last reading too, but I don't really remember what it said. Something about betrayal. I
Oh.
think that's what it said. Betrayal. Let me see. Okay. On a divine level, the Five of Cups implies regret over past actions. Something has gone wrong. A betrayal has occurred, and there is sadness and remorse. Separation in a relationship can occur, but this card does not warn of a final ending. Something remains which can be worked on, and it is up to the individual to take up the challenge and make the commitment to the future. Hmm.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, me neither. I just find it weird because there's a lot going on here, past, present, and future. But the main thing I live for is that final outcome. So maybe there's going to be a lot of chaotic shit going on,
Oh.
and through it all, you still prevail. Because mind you, those are the nuance. The major arcana in the major position that represents your future is the star.
Yeah.
So this is the end all be all.
You
So
just have
maybe
you have to
I'm
go through the bullshit before you get there.
Yeah, and sometimes it'll have what I like to call rewind sessions. You may experience something again because there was something else meant to be learned from it. And then once you overcome it, then you move on to the next lesson. Mm.
Well,
Well,
you read me. That's for sure.
child, it's the cards, child. The cards shall reveal.
They, they certainly did.
I hope that you were pleased.
I am, and thank you so much. And I'll definitely will give you a little something. I really
Yeah.
appreciate.
Thank you so much, Boo. I appreciate you. And thank you for trusting me with your reading.
Oh, no problem. And you have a great night. And I'll be in the chat.
Oh, I will, because Jeff is going to be the last person. It's time for Mama to go get some dick. Okay.
Okay. So, do you?
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right, Boo. Have a good night. Thank you again.
Bye.
All right, bye. Jeff. Ooh. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, you hear me?
Uh, maybe go up a little bit. You're a little low.
What about now?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good. Listen, I'm a little bit drunk, so I was like, you know what? Let me come on because I do have a specific question.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to know about my love life.
Okay.
I want to know if I'm
Love.
going to be in a wait. Can it be specific?
Hmm?
Like does it have to be broad as my love life, or can I get like super specific?
Well, the thing about it is sometimes the cards may reveal something, even if you have a question. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
try to tell people don't be too specific,
Okay.
because if you are, it may end up answering something that you may not have experienced yet,
Mm-hmm.
or something that is currently about to unfold that you may not just truly be aware of. So I try to keep everything as broad as possible, but you never know until you try. It could give you everything you want and more. It could
Okay.
wrap up 5 situations into one reading. You never know.
Okay. I basically want to know if I'm going to be in a committed relationship in the near future.
Jeff, no motherfucking lie, bitch. This is deja vu.
You feel like this has happened before? Conversation?
Yes. As soon as you asked that question, like it just hit me like I feel like we've literally been here before.
Hmm.
That is so
Hmm.
weird. I haven't had deja vu in forever, child.
I do kind of feel like the little goosebumps that you're talking about. Okay, this is making me excited.
Okay. That shit got to freak me the hell out.
Ooh, ooh, I'm getting excited.
Girl. Ooh. Child, let's get these calls read, honey. Okay.
Okay, girl, let's go. Let's go.
Ooh. Child. And everybody, thank y'all for coming through. Jeff will be the last participant tonight. Like I said, there is Dick waiting. Hello, God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'm here for that.
Yes. It's time to release the Kraken. Okay.
That
Yes,
Pure for
honey.
Men is ready.
Honey, she was popped before she went live.
Secured. Yes.
You already know. Shuffle around these cards. I haven't had the chance to listen yet, but I saw some of the clips from your podcast. Congratulations.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's actually way more work than we thought it would be, but we're having a lot of fun with
I
it.
love the setup. I love so professional, and I live for that.
Yeah, we have a whole like we go deep into it. It's a lot. It's a lot of work,
That's your
but it's
homegirl, your
so much fun.
sister?
That's my best friend.
Okay.
She's my best friend, and she always wanted to do it, and I always wanted to do it, and we just did it.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
sometimes that's how
and
you
we
have to
have,
do.
and you know when you have that friend where you have such great conversation, and you two can basically pull anyone in with your conversation. We felt that way about our friendship, so we wanted to make a podcast about that, basically.
Mm. I look. That's how it unfolds, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you have good ideas, good topics, and you know how to flow through the conversation the right way, you can
Mm-hmm.
turn it into a show. Why not?
Exactly, exactly. And we're just building on that.
As you should.
And I can't wait for the Yes God Roundtable tomorrow. You know, that's my weekly show. I'm so happy you guys have returned.
Oh, thank you so much. We're happy to be back too, honey. We've been
Mm-hmm.
getting into some things this season.
Yes, I like the move to a little bit more pop culture because
Hmm.
I think that really you know the gays love talking tea. So at the end of the day, I think all of you have so many such different perspectives that it really like helps the show a lot. And then
Oh
you go
yeah.
into a different type of perspective in the black gay perspective, and that's what I love
Hmm.
about it.
Yeah, me too. It took a lot of thought for season
Hmm.
3 because you know me. I'm
Yeah.
always trying to improve, elevate.
Hmm.
How can we make this different? Because I don't want to keep on doing the same old shit. I
You're
want to
a
make this.
perfectionist.
Yeah, I really
Hmm.
am. And it's sometimes to my detriment because,
Hmm.
honey, I will cancel some shit quick if shit ain't right.
That's how with this podcast I'm learning sometimes just put that shit out because you never know how people are gonna respond to it.
That's
That
why I'm
makes
going to
sense.
start packaging up my bloopers, because I do a lot of videos sometimes pre-recorded that I never put out. But there'll be some funny moments. So I said, I'm going to try this new thing where I just start posting the bloopers.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I think that'd be hilarious.
funny. Did you see the one I did last week? I
The
posted
blooper?
it in my Instagram story
No, I missed it.
with the duck.
Oh, with the
Quack, quack, motherfucker.
Okay, wait. Before you start, I just need one goat noise.
You what?
I just need one goat noise, real quick. I need one. Yes. Oh
Child,
god.
I love to pull the cards for that bitch.
Listen, I.
You know what? I might cheat her cards. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna pull out the card of death on that bitch purposely.
Oh
That you
my
have
god.
dark spirits all around you, girl. And for $500, I can cleanse you of it.
I'm not gonna lie. That video, I think it was at Scotty's anniversary video. I watched that part of the video. Like I watched it like 10, 15 times. It was just so funny. Wait. Listen,
Let
hilarious.
me tell you something. I was not playing with her. Don't play with me. Don't try to act stupid. You won't get read for filth. Piriana to the Perrier. Just
Mm-hmm. And you dragged
just,
her. You did.
just she be trying to act like she don't know nothing, girl. You know what you do. You know what you deserve. And I stay true to my word every moment I get. You will be dragged to heaven and earth, bitch.
Mm.
Even if I have to travel to old McDonald's farm, bitch, to go. I'm not playing. All right, almost done with the shuffle. I just want to make sure moving around. Make sure the energy, girl, is here. Yes. All right. Let's see. All right. So again, I'll just
Okay.
go over real quick. 9 cards altogether. The first 3 represent the major moments in the past, present, and future. The other 6 will touch on the nuances of each of those time periods. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, girl. Drop my cigarettes. Oh, man. Oh, oh, child. And, okay. All right. So the first card that represents the major point in your past is the 7 of Wands, which is this card right here.
Okay.
So it seems like there's a war. Like there was a battle. There was
That's my
some
past.
things happening. Yes, it represents your past. But I'm going
I
to read from the book.
mean, okay, go ahead.
I'm going to read from the book. I want to be sure. I'm still learning. That's I got to look.
I mean, it does
notes.
look like the girls are fighting on there.
Yes,
That
it's
card.
giving. Yeah, it's definitely giving
It's
that.
giving that.
It says on a divine level, the 7 of Wands warns of a time of struggle with other people's creative ideas, stiff competition. The individual is challenged to improve upon and develop his or her project in the face of an envious and competitive world, and needs to learn to value his or her ambition and competitive instinct. Mm. Does that resonate with you?
Competition? Honestly, no.
Mm. Okay.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I never in my past, in my love life, if I'm focusing on that, I've never experienced any form of competition. Like my love life is very short
Okay.
in
Oh,
terms of
girl.
relationships. In terms of
Mm.
relationships, but there have been many others. So maybe that's what they mean by competition and war.
Mm. Possibly.
There have been multiple people that have wanted to be in a relationship. Hmm. Okay.
Mm. Maybe it's time to go on Lovers and Friends.
Listen. Although I will say with lovers and friends, I would love for like it would be maybe like I don't want to focus on the positions because you know we do focus a lot on positions in the gay
Hmm.
community in the especially in the gay black community. But let's focus on positions. So let's say it was a bottom and you know he was you know he was being it was a bunch of tops that wanted him
Right.
and vied for his attention. I think that would be cute.
Mm.
I think that would be
Hey.
cute. I think that would be cute.
That would be cute. All right. So we're going to move on to the nuance of the past. And the card plucked for that position was the Emperor.
Hmm.
And it represents some type of something you learned wisdom, but we'll read it here just to be sure. On a divine level, Zeus the Emperor warns of a time of confrontation with the issue of the father principle in both its positive and negative forms. We are challenged to make something manifest, to realize a creative idea, to build
Hmm.
something in the world, to found a business perhaps, or to establish the structure of a home and family. We are asked to take a standpoint, to become effective and powerful, to formulate our ideas and ethics. We are also asked to consider where the creative young king has become the rigid, oppressive tyrant. I don't know what that has to do with anything. And where our ideologies are interfering with life and growth. When the fool meets the emperor after his journey in the instinctual world, he learns to confront worldly life with his own resources, alone, according to ethics which he must develop for himself. Then he can progress on his journey with the certainty that he can be effective in life because there is something higher in which he believes, and whose authority he himself now embodies. So basically, from a boy into a man type of vibe. You
Hmm.
know, maybe in the past you thought and did things in a certain way that weren't really conducive to grown man shit. And then as
Yeah.
you crossed over into the realm of adulthood, you experienced some things that in turn turned you wise and had self
Hmm.
reflective moments, areas of growth where there wasn't any before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that definitely hits home. I think especially in my 20s, I'm in my early 30s now.
Okay.
I was frolicking in the winds, you know, having fun.
As we
I was
all.
very free. I was very free, you know, once upon a time not long ago. So basically, I do feel like there have been experiences that have changed me and matured me and made me realize that I do want something serious. I don't want to keep, you know, hopping from that to that.
Mm, I hear you.
I wanna have a committed relationship with somebody.
I live my life fully committed to you.
Mm,
Yes, I hear
yes.
that.
Mhm.
I hear that. And we grow from those things.
Yeah,
We
we
end up
grow
where we're
from it.
supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely grow from it, and we experience change, and we learn more about ourselves. I think as you grow and you learn more about yourself and who you are and what you're about, it does change your perspective on the type of partner you want to be with.
who you were then, it's different than what you accepted then. And as you grow, that's why I tell people young love rarely lasts because you haven't been through shit. Once you finally overcome certain things in your life and you've been through the certain developmental stages and shit, you're going to look back at that bitch you dated when you were 17 and now you're 25, 26. No wonder your relationship isn't working out because you've changed. And maybe that other person that you're with they have to go through their own individualism experience so they too can change and become the person they're meant to be.
I learned pretty recently, like, I always said, oh, why do I attract these toxic guys? Why do I keep attracting these fuckboys? But at the end of the day, I realized, bitch, you a fuckboy too. You mad toxic too. And once I realized that was the start to change and attracting a different type of person.
That's true. Miss Rena, welcome to the platform. I appreciate you. Jeff was going to be my last, but depending on if I get done with him before time, I'll take you on, boo. Okay. So let's move on to the last nuance of the past, and it's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Let's see.
There's a lot of fighting in my past.
Oh, okay, the girls are girling.
The girls are girling.
I don't know who came up with that, but it's kind of cute, I guess.
I think Reese came up with it. He's coming out with like a little cute t-shirt line with it, and like a little.
Okay. All right now.
I'm excited for Chasing Dallas. I really am. I am here for it. I'm here for it.
We'll see, honey. I heard some things, but we'll.
Ooh, wait. I know you always have the tea. What's tea?
I mean, just.
Let's pause this tarot reading. What's tea?
I planned on getting into it like once they drop the official trailer.
Okay. Yeah, I think
actually that trailer is late. It was supposed to be released Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they're dropping it next week.
Okay.
Yeah, next Thursday.
I'll be here for it.
I'm here for it too.
All right, so the Knight of Swords. When it's pulled in a spread, it is time for the individual to prepare for sudden changes, which may break apart the ordinary patterns of life. These changes may be inaugurated by an individual coming into one's life who possesses the quicksilver, fascinating and disruptive qualities of the Dioscuri, which I have no idea what the fuck that is.
What?
Dioscuri.
How you spell that?
I think it's Dioscuri.
Dioscu. I never heard that word in my life.
I think it's like a Greek term. It's probably because it usually when those kind of words pop up, it represents something in the description of what this is. So I don't know if they're talking about. Child, let's just read it, honey, because these girls are a mess. Or it may, develop qualities of discourage, or it may take the form of a new idea or vision which erupts from within oneself and which throws ordinary life into disorder for a time. Thus, whether the Knight of Swords appears from without or within, his gift is in the ability to move with the changes, and the turbulence that he brings may ultimately lead to a broader vision of life. So basically what I'm getting is, it's funny how the first three paths, they all kind of represent some type of struggle, some type of conflict. But there's an arrival period that ends up manifesting its way into maturity, into understanding. So all that has been gone through will be learned from, in a sense. And the way you're going to be coming at it is with a ferocious nature. So I live for that too. You ain't taking shit laying down. Hello. Unless it's, trade.
Unless it's that, we love to trade.
Yes. So let's move on to the present, the things that are happening right now, and the nuances surrounding the major card. And that major card for the present is the Seven of Pentacles. Another card I don't pull often, so I'll have to read about it. But people are, it's almost like as if
What is that?
stocking up for something.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on. I want to read it though. Like people are bringing you stuff and you're preparing for something, but I just want to make sure. Because I see a cow. Why the fuck is a cow in the picture? So when I see a cow, I think of like, getting ready, harvesting, getting in preparation of something. Let's see. Okay, that's different. Okay. So on a divine level, the Seven of Pentacles warns of a time when a difficult work decision must be made. Care and forethought are needed, and the question arises of whether to continue to develop what one has already built or to put energy into a new project. That's totally different than what the fuck I thought it was. What's up, El Teddy? How you doing? Hey, KK.
Hey, El Teddy.
Does that resonate with you in any kind of way?
I can see it resonating in terms of my work life, not in terms of my love life, but it does resonate definitely in terms of my work life and where my focus is going.
Mm.
And me deciding if I should put my focus the majority of my focus into something, or I should leave my focus on or I should continue focusing on the thing that has gotten me to the place where I am in life.
Mm.
If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. I hear you. You want to move on? Let's move on to the nuance of that, which is the Ace of Cups. I rarely pull that card as well. Naked
She in the
fish.
water?
Huh?
Yeah. She in the water?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Holding a fat ass chalice.
Giving me siren. Yes.
Okay. Let's see what she's talking about. The Ace of Cups. All right. The Ace of Cups on a divine level talks about a time of outpouring of feeling. Although this feeling has not yet differentiated and emerges as raw, vital, and often overwhelming. The potential is implied for the beginning of a relationship. Although often this has not yet manifested, the individual is ready to embark on the journey of love.
Ooh.
Child.
I just got goosebumps. So wait, is that it?
For what?
So no, the about that card,
Yes,
because
that was it.
I'm gagging, because that's basically how I'm feeling right now. And the fact that the card, she was in the water, and I'm a Scorpio, so that's a water sign, and
Mm-hmm.
water signs have to do with emotions. And I finally learned how to really tap into my emotions and accept my emotions. I'm gagging.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I'm trying to tell you that the cards don't lie, honey, okay? I'm
Wow.
telling y'all. I'm
Okay.
telling you. You see how it's encompassing an array of things.
Yeah, it's not just one thing. Wow.
Right.
I was not
It's
ready
gonna
for
give you.
that. I was not ready for that.
Child, are we ever? Hello. Are we ever? The next card is the final nuance for the present situations. It is the King of Cups. And water at his feet. It's crazy you
Not the
say, I know
water.
water at his
Interesting. And the
feet.
blue. Okay.
I don't know, scorpion and crabs are different, but I find it kind of weird that there is a depiction of that at the bottom. You probably can't see it. It's
Interesting.
kind of
Yeah. That's a
let's,
Cancer.
let's get into it. Let's see what she's talking about. The King of Cups, child. I don't know why Mariah Carey's "You're Vanishing" just came over me. You're vanishing,
Ooh, that's my
drifting
song.
away.
Yes. Drifting
I
away.
wrote that
Yes.
song.
I love when she sang that on Man, she went off. She went off, especially
Yes,
when she
sir.
sang that live. She was not playing games
Love
with
it.
me.
Love it.
I love
Ooh,
her.
El Teddy, try. I have one person before you, and I'm supposed to be getting out here by 10 o'clock. You know as well as I do, El Teddy. You got to prepare the table before trade so he can be prepared. Okay.
You know, trade always late anyway.
That's true, but I have to do
Oh,
preparation.
you have to. Oh, you
Honey.
have to. Oh, okay, okay, girl.
Okay,
Okay, girl.
girl,
Hmm.
you gotta,
Make
even
sure
though
that it's.
the peer for
But
men
you.
may have been taken, you still have to
Hmm.
make sure that
Hmm.
you're good to go, honey. Okay, yes, God. All
I
right,
always tell the
so
girls the pure for men is not a foolproof.
yes,
It's not a
God,
foolproof.
yes,
Okay, go ahead.
God. All right, so when the King of Cups appears in a spread, it is time for the individual to experience this ambivalent side of him or herself, the gifted counselor and healer who can empathize with and help others, yet who cannot quite trust life enough to take its course. It is characteristic that many of those in the helping professions choose such a vocation because they have been wounded through personal relationships, often parental, and thus they form relationships where they remain ultimately in control and cannot be that deeply hurt again.
Mm.
Although this kind of dynamic may contribute a great deal to others, one cheats oneself. If the King of Cups enters the individual's life in the form of a person who embodies these qualities, then this may be taken as an indication that it is time to meet this dimension of oneself.
Ooh, okay, that hit home definitely.
Mm,
I definitely learned about myself that even though I am a bottom, I did really take control when it comes to my relationships and things like that. I always want things a certain way or my way, or I just leave.
mm,
So the fact that the card is saying I need to find somebody just like that or similar to that mindset, it kind of
mm.
does make me curious. It does. Okay. Hmm.
I told you we're getting into it.
Okay.
We're getting into it. Hello. Hello. All right, you ready to move on to the future?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm ready.
The card pulled in the main position for the future is the King of Wands. The
Hmm.
King of Wands.
Come on, fire. Okay.
Let me read about that because I want to be sure.
Giving me fire. Hmm. It's funny how a lot of these are go with the elements and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. All right. When the King of Wands appears in a spread, it is time for the individual to encounter that dimension of the personality which initiates new ideas and sells them to others, thereby generating change in one's own life and in the immediate environment. It is the spirit of leadership, the belief that one has a better idea which is worth producing and working to make manifest. This dimension of life may appear in the form of a fiery, impulsive individual entering one's sphere, someone who infects others with the power of his or her ideas. But if such a person enters one's life, it is not by chance, but is rather a warning of one's own need for development. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, it that definitely feels like what the last card said about me finding somebody who can build upon my thoughts and how I feel and my ideas, and somebody that I would trust and listen to over how I feel and my own thoughts, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm trying to sum it up in a different way though, but
Yeah.
that's
Like you
yeah.
need, like basically, I need somebody to lead me sometimes instead of me leading myself.
Mm.
or support were leading me or help guide me to what my future is.
Even if that means working in tandem, because
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes in relationships, you're helping each other achieve
Exactly.
individual goals as well as
Mm-hmm.
collective goals,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Especially since I'm a water sign, I thought the fire in the car was interesting too.
hmm
So you know how water and fire clash. That's
hmm
interesting.
yeah, child, we're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, moving on to the nuance of the future, the Two of Wands, more fire, honey,
Hmm.
more
My
fire.
future
I
has
believe this
fire.
is a
Okay.
sign of self-discovery, but I want to read it just to be sure. There's a side of the discovery of a certain type of self, but we'll get into it. The Two of Wands.
That man looks strong too. Mm.
Okay.
A protector. Yes.
Yes. On a divine level, the Two of Wands warns of a time of formulation of a new aim, idea, goal, or creative project. Let me just say this: you have a lot of creative type of cards, so
Yeah.
there must be something you need to tap into creatively, because this is like the fourth card that represents some type of manifestation of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So I find that's a running theme along your past, your present, and your future. But let me finish this
I
reading.
definitely heard that. I definitely saw that. Definitely.
Yeah. This new idea may not be the final step, the final shape of the future, but it is full of potential and sufficient to lure the individual out of his or her present confines into a new
Mm.
creative venture. Everything here depends upon the courage of the individual to take the new idea up with both hands and to put faith in that invisible creative power which has generated the vision of the new path. So now I understand this more. You
Yeah,
see,
definitely.
standing in the darkness before, you finally have the courage to break out, okay, and be free
Mm-hmm.
and do your thing. It just takes courage. Mm.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
I'm
That
telling
definitely
you.
struck a chord. Wow.
Yeah.
This is a
And if you
lot.
wanted to
Wow.
kind of like bend it in the well of relationships, you
Mm-hmm.
could also look at it as like, going through all of those things, but also having the courage to step out of the old way, the complacency, the
Ooh.
you know what I mean? And just diving right
The
into
place
it.
I was comfortable in.
hmm
Mm.
Like we talked about with the other readings, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to become comfortable
Mm-hmm.
or to find value in the comfortable. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. All right, so we'll move on to the last card that represents the nuance of the future, and it is the Three of Cups, which the way that it looks like a celebration of sorts. All the girls are gathered around her, hello God,
Yes.
raising a glass in her honor, and then here comes Trade from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's
That's
tea?
my wedding day. Yes.
Let's see. Now, the good thing to
Come on,
signify about this
Angel.
card is it is a
Mm.
night card with the shiny moon. So, moon
Mm-hmm.
also represents different moods and attitudes that take place in the
Mm-hmm.
situation. So let's see what we're dealing with here. The Three of Cups, child. All right. On a divine level, the Three of Cups suggests the celebration of a marriage, the start of a love
Ooh.
affair, the birth of a
Yes.
child, or
Ooh.
some other situation of emotional fulfillment and promise. But each of these situations is also a beginning, an initiation into deeper levels of the heart's experience, and the
Mm.
warning of further explorations in the future.
Further what? Explorations?
Explorations of the future.
Mm. I'm gagging.
So, what I gather
Okay.
in totality is that there's a journey of self discovery here, out with the
Mm-hmm.
old, in with the new. You're finding a stability of foundation. It's more especially with the way you perceive the world and yourself and situations and experiences. You're taking all that you've learned and you're manifesting it into not just who you are, but who you're looking for in a partner. And apparently, through some things, you will eventually find that person, but don't settle. Because what you really need, require, and desire is at the end of that journey.
Mm.
Because
Don't settle.
obviously there's a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, God, to be had. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Ooh,
Hallelujah.
thank you so much, YB. This really made
You
me.
are welcome. You are absolutely welcome. It was my pleasure.
I was not expecting to like get goosebumps, but wow. Okay.
It every time I do it, I'm always surprised. I'm just as surprised as well. And to hear confirmation that people are like, okay, because you got some people, they're just like, oh no, I don't. I had one person a long time ago. I don't know what that is. I'm like, okay, girl, this is what it is. That bitch
Mm-hmm.
called me a month later and was like, can you read? And luckily at that point, I was like writing down my readings.
Mm-hmm.
I ran out of space in the back of the book to do it, but she was like, oh, everything that we talked about. How about I'm going through that right now? I said, girl, I told you. I was like, you cussed me the fuck out and told me I was a witch doctor and all this scammers. And I don't even
Not a witch
charge you. I'm
doctor.
not even scamming you and I'm not even charging you, bitch. The fuck? And he gonna call because the cards dictate a 6-month immediate future. These are not these represent all of these cards represent timelines in the progression of the journey. It's
Wait,
nothing is a final absolute end at all. And it goes
Wait.
up until
So this will happen in the next 6 months.
these things that these readings are basically building blocks to up to 6 months. But mind you, with every decision, every action that we take in our
Yeah.
life transforms future possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know.
Wow.
You never know. Because our attitudes, like we can look for the confirmation, the guidance, and all of those things, but at the end of the day, it's about what we do with it. So if you take what was written to you and you go the total opposite way, not being open to what the cards reveal to you, you may end up changing that future. It may become different.
Thank you so much, YB. This really made me think. It really made me think.
You're absolutely
Wow.
right. You're absolutely
Okay.
right.
I'm gonna let you get to your next reading. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. I'll be in the
You're
chat.
welcome. You have a wonderful night, okay? And thank you for
Yeah, you
trusting me
too.
with your reading.
Of course, of course.
Yes,
Bye.
God. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
I will. I
Hello.
will.
Bye,
Bye.
honey. Take care. And thank you, everyone, for coming. Okay, I know Rena and El Teddy, y'all wanted to have a reading, but I have to go, honey. Okay. What I will do is tomorrow, if you guys want to, I will come back. What's up, Tabitha? Hey, boo. How you doing? That's my best friend, y'all. It's God, honey. How you doing, bro? You all right, honey? Yes. Yes. Tell them it's the truth, Tab. So what I'm going to do is I didn't expect so much popularity for this, right? And I also, was only supposed to be up here for an hour, but once I learn how to fully like translate these, it'll be quicker and I can do people back to back to back to back to back to back. So what I'll do is tomorrow, I'm trying to think. Would y'all prefer the Yes God Roundtable's at 8. That's probably going to be a 2-hour show. There's no way in hell I'm going to be sitting around after a 2-hour show and be doing readings because the girl's going to be tired, okay? And my booty hole will be in rest mode, okay? Hello, God. So I'm trying to think. Would y'all be down to come back tomorrow? Whoever I missed with readings tonight, would y'all be down to do it tomorrow? Would that be something y'all are interested in? And I may And I'll definitely, because of the popularity of this, every Saturday I'll do this. So next Saturday, hold on. It can't be the 25th. I forget what day that is, but Saturdays will be the designated readings. Damn, I really want to get to y'all's questions though, man. Trade my hold on, girl. That might be Trey, girl. Oh no, it's not Trey. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody for the cash apps. I really do appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Oh my God. You know what? Rena, you still there? Ooh. Because if I do keep it going, I would like to do it in order. It was Rena, then El Teddy, and then Miss Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. How are you? The power of the cards, honey. Mm-hmm. Or if you, like I said, we can come back tomorrow. Maybe right before the Yes God Roundtable. What y'all think about like 6:30, 7 o'clock? The proof is in the three. I've done 3 people today, right? I believe. Yes. The proof is in their pudding, honey. Yes, ma'am. Am I frozen? I'm not frozen, am I? Yeah, let me go get ready for trade, child. I see no one's put in the chat or came up in the backstage yet. So what we'll do is um, I will come back tomorrow evening, right before the Yes God Roundtable, and I'll do some more readings for people if that's what you guys want to do, okay? Um, and we'll make it happen, all right? I appreciate everyone who came on here that got their reading. I appreciate you trusting me with your reading. I appreciate you being open to this. I appreciate all the overwhelming support for this new segment that will more than likely be permanent on the channel. Amen. Something different. You know, I like it. Again, helping me helps you help me. Okay, because I'm new at this, but I'm trying to be true at this. Amen. So what we'll do is we'll come back tomorrow, only for like an hour, right before the Yes God Roundtable, and I'll do some readings if you guys are down. All right. Y'all be blessed and never stressed. Thank you to everybody for the cash apps and the support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And tap that notification bell. And we'll be back tomorrow, guys. All right. Have a blessed night. Take care, y'all. Bye.